short demo is going to show you how the Hyperscience platform can operate on handwritten structured forms and semi-structured forms to provide validation checks across things like multiple fields being selected, and also ID&V checks between documentation such as driver's licenses and passports where name fields do not match. So we've assumed the role here of a Sarah Meredith Morgan who's applying for a cash ISA at her local bank. As part of that application, she has to provide two forms of ID, in this case a driver's license and also a passport. So Sarah has emailed this in to the bank, and we can see here the email that has been provided with the associated attachments. This is now being picked up by Hyperscience, and what we can see here is that the Hyperscience machine has flagged that there's an issue which can be rectified within the Hyperscience platform. And here we can see it's associated with the Cash ISA application form. So I'm going to assume the role of a data keyer at the bank. And we can see here that I have a checkbox validation warning. We can see here that multiple checkboxes have been selected. So as I scroll down, I can see here where the warning triangles are. The title Mr. and title Mrs. has been checked. And I can see here visually on the left hand side as well. Now, according to my local standard operating procedures, I am allowed to override this based on what I understand about the customer, and therefore I am going to say that actually Mr. was erroneously checked, but I'm going to keep Mrs. intact. And that is it. I'm going to complete that task. Now what the platform is going to do is post-processing validation around ID&V. It's going to be comparing the driver's license and the passport. As I showed you earlier, the first names do not match. And what's going to happen there is it's going to force an exception. So we can flag this into your ID&V tool downstream, or we can send emails, we can forward that into your workflow tool. What we can see here, we've got an exception email that has popped up. So this exception email shows us from a notification point of view that there's a KYC check fail. So now, as an operator, I can see here the reason why the KYC check failed, because the first names do not match across the submitted documents, and I can actually go and review each of those documents, and therefore I can see where the issue lies. So there with the name, and equally in the passport as well, I can see that the first name has been erroneously spelt. Furthermore, we can also flag this back to the applicant itself, and we can see here that a notification has been sent to the individual to say actually their verification documents have failed their checks. Please could they contact the bank on that phone number. Equally, we could extend this kind of demo and force this into your customer experience tool for callbacks, that kind of thing. So in summary, what I've shown you there is how Hyperscience can actually rectify documentation that has errors in it directly within Hyperscience itself to ensure that we are providing you the most accurate data for your downstream processes and tools. But equally, how we can also augment your existing platforms such as a KYC platform with validation checks that highlight that these documents may have discrepancies as well.